And I just want to suggest what magic is. Magic is a creation of reality through a repetition of frequency. If you notice in the wave is a frequency. It goes up, down, up, down. There's a peak, there's a valley. Now, it may not be consistent in time, but there's a sense of flow. There is a movement of flow. There's a momentum of the frequency in time sustaining this manifestation zone. Okay? And when you deliberately increase that resonance, that center essence of the wave, you deliberately do it. A lot of people like to refer to it as law of attraction, although that's just only one aspect of it. When you increase your resonance and you're calm, you rely on it, you trust the universe, you begin to feel safe. And when you feel safe, you begin to receive. And when you begin to receive, you get more. And there's more magic. You can establish this through repetition of essence, not necessarily affirmations. I've known too many people for whom affirmations never worked at all. There may even be a person here who has experienced working with affirmations, saying them diligently, and somehow or another it didn't work. Has anybody here ever had that experience? Right? And I'll tell you why. And this is what I learned because I tried it too. Your subconscious mind is the one that holds the idea of consistency. It's the one that holds the pattern. It holds your resonance, okay? The subconscious mind. Now, if the subconscious mind, if you have a belief that you don't deserve money, you don't deserve love, right? It's being held in the subconscious mind so that everything that manifests is going to reflect that belief. You know this from basic metaphysics, right? Okay, so if you are in that, in a zone where you don't believe that you deserve, and you get an affirmation and say, I deserve love, I deserve love, I deserve money, I deserve money, I totally deserve money, and I am willing and I am open to receive millions of dollars, I deserve, I deserve. Your subconscious is going to say, oh yeah, is that how you define what you have been doing all this time? Is that how you define your pattern? In other words, it confuses the subconscious a bit. So if you do it enough, the subconscious is owning the belief that you don't deserve, let's say, and then you keep saying that you deserve. The subconscious says, okay, so this, what was previously not deserving is now called deserving. And it doesn't change. It just maintains consistency. Okay? The subconscious is, that's why you go to a hypnotherapist. You go to talk to the subconscious and try to convince the subconscious to do a new pattern. If you can get your subconscious to do a new pattern, you'll do it. Magic is done through the subconscious. I've been channeling for 20 years. My health is much better. I still have to be a bit careful about my priorities. It's okay. But what's wonderful is that more and more this information is getting so crystallized. It's becoming easier and easier, and I'm seeing how to make magic easy. You can voluntarily limit yourself by your own resonance, by the repetition of a fear, a repetition of a limiting belief. If you keep at it, it will manifest a reality that is congruent to it. If you hold a resonance, an anticipatory expectation resonance, to look for the magic. Galexis always says, look for the magic. Look for the magic. If you look for something, aren't you going to find it? Because you're looking for it. You're scanning the magic, okay? The magic will show up. Now, not everyone is really dedicated to learning magic the hard way. There was a woman in New York who decided that she was broke. Her husband had fled and abandoned her with her daughter, And she wanted her daughter to have a better life than because she didn't have any skills, and she was broke and working hard, 2 jobs just to try to keep body and soul together. So she decided she was going to have to win the lottery. Okay? She spent 2 years, every day, twice a day, lighting candles, praying for the lottery, seeing herself winning the lottery. I mean, how many of you have this dedication? 2 years. But then she won it. Wow. She won the lottery. Now, most people, when they win the lottery, it's like some kind of miraculous thing, unexplained, beyond, and as Sarah was mentioning, it's so far beyond, you don't have the resonance to sustain it. And some of you know the famous study that they made of the Florida lottery winners. 2 years later, they were back to square one, and they had alienated their family, they had alienated their friends, they were miserable. Several of them said, this was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Why did they create such negative magic when they had the opportunity? Because they didn't raise their resonance. They didn't raise their energy. They didn't use magic positively. It's really easy to use magic positively, but you just got to remember, right? And you got to also know the correct techniques on how to respond to all the messages you get from your reality. You can't react to them like your reality's against you. You have to understand that your reality's trying to tell you something. A lot of times you program for something, you ask for something, you anticipate something, you expect for something, and then the same old thing shows up again. A lot of people find this happening, and that's where they lose their resonance. Now, miracles come after the magic, the next stage up, okay? If you know how to manifest with magic, then you can get into the state of resonance to open to the miraculous, which is a totally unexplainable thing. Miraculous is off the chart, literally. It's way out there. It's not just above. It's off the chart. Another dimension. Because if you notice, if you really get a miracle, it's often from your guides a course correction for you to send you to something that is really imperative and important for you to do. It's your mission. It's your destiny talking. Miracles are amazing that way. I had a miracle. I had a car accident that was a miracle. I was going on the way to the orthodontist, and I was going to have to go through a whole nother round of braces because my bite and my jaw was just a wreck. On the way to his office, it rained. The cars hit a slick, slid over, hit the embankment. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. My head broke the windshield. I banged myself up. And every little hit corrected my skull, corrected my jaw, aligned it. I didn't need the orthodontist anymore. That's a miracle.